If you want the guy, the income, the cash flow, the treatment that you deserve, the confidence, the peace, the health, the wealth, I'm going to tell you something most women don't want to hear. You don't get those things by chasing them. You get them by becoming sexy. Because when a woman becomes sexy, the world literally bends to her. And I'm going to explain exactly why and exactly how. So before I get triggered, let me redefine sexy. Sexy does not mean naked. Sexy is not pick me behavior. Sexy is not desperate for male attention or validation. No, sexy is power. Sexy is standards. Sexy is self-respect turned all the way up. Sexy is the woman who knows who she is and she refuses to lower the bar. Sexy is a frequency that you emit. And the moment that you lock into it and decide to be sexy, everything else that you're trying to attract actually starts coming towards you. And why does sexy attract everything? Well, here's the truth. When a woman becomes sexy, she demands better treatment without even saying a word. She might not even realize that she's doing this. But subconsciously, when you feel sexy, you're going to walk into a room differently. You're going to date differently. You're going to negotiate differently. You're going to feed your body differently. You're going to choose your circle differently. Sexy is a decision and a state of mind. And it starts with that internal shift inside of you. Because sexy, it raises your standards. You you become more intentional with everything that you do. You become more magnetic. It pushes low effort out of your life. You'll never catch a truly sexy woman tolerating breadcrumbs if you think about it, because she knows that she is the table. She knows what she brings to the table. Okay? Sexy will get you the guy. But it can't just be this external thing that you do. Like I said, sexy is a state of mind. You have to genuinely feel it from within. You can't just throw on a new shade of lipstick or a new skin tight dress. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. You can be totally covered up from head to toe and still be the sexiest person in the room as long as you feel it from within. And let's start with dating, okay? Why being sexy gets you everything that you want. So, with dating, sexy women don't really have man problems, the ones who believe it from within. They have options because high quality men recognize a woman who knows her worth and knows her value and knows what she brings to the table from a mile away. They recognize women with standards. Sexy women do not chase. They do not audition. They do not perform. They do not overgive. Sexy women receive. They allow. They choose. They do not beg to be chosen. And when you carry that kind of energy, men show up with effort and with intention and with respect because they know that this woman values her time and she's not going to tolerate anything less. And she expects the same. So, how does sexy help in income? Well, let's talk about it. Sexy Sexy women do not play small. They don't discount themselves. They don't shrink in meetings. They don't apologize for wanting more. When you show up feeling that inner sexiness, when you feel that inner goddess within you, you stop second guessing yourself. You start charging what your time is worth. You walk into rooms with presence. You negotiate without fear. And when it comes down to it, you will ask for the raise and you stop settling for low paying opportunities. When a woman becomes sexy, she becomes impossible to ignore. Opportunities find her because her energy announces her before she even opens her mouth. Sexy women do not hustle, they attract. They don't force, they align. They don't chase money, they become the women that money feels honored to serve. Just let that sink in for a moment. That money feels honored to serve you. Feel it, embody that, like visualize you as the sexy woman, and money is like, oh my God, I want to find her because I want to serve her, not the other way around. And of course, sexy gets you the health and the body. Because when you think about being sexy, you think about raising your standards as a person, not in a toxic way or but in a very, very powerful way. Because sexy women don't binge. They don't treat food as punishment. They don't skip workouts because they're tired. Sexy makes you want to take care of your body because you feel valuable. You feel worth taking care of. You're no longer eating to numb emotions. You're eating to support the woman that you're becoming. And that is the sexy rich body shift. Health becomes an act of devotion. Now, let's talk about how sexy gets you the treatment that you deserve from the outside world. Let me explain. So, people treat you based on what you tolerate, always. Sexy women don't tolerate disrespect. They don't stay where they're undervalued. They don't explain their standards. They don't force people to see their worth. A truly sexy woman never says, treat me better. She simply removes herself, and the room and the people around her will feel the loss. Sexy women set the tone, and the world falls in line. But here's the truth. Most women are afraid to be sexy. Let me tell you the part that nobody wants to admit. Most women want to be sexy, but they're terrified of what comes with it. Some fears, fear of judgment, being too much, being intimidated, fear of losing people, fear of shining, fear of responsibility, fear of having no more excuses. Sexy forces you to grow up, to level up, and to stop playing small. It's easier to pretend you're not ready than to actually step into the woman everyone already knows you can be. So, how do we actually become sexy? Well, I'm going to be diving deep, 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 deep into this. But really, sexy starts with your standards. You can't take an inch forward unless your standards are up to par. Your standards have to be sexy. Your standards are what make you sexy. And I want you to start thinking about this for yourself. And I'd say the first step is write down what you will no longer tolerate in dating, in work, in friendships, in your habits. And we want to upgrade one habit at a time. Sexy is built through consistency by choosing any one of these habits. Wake up earlier, drink your water daily, Stop the late night snacking, move your body, improve your posture. Sexy is a body language. And what you do with your body communicates that. Shoulders back, chin level, and you do not want to shrink. No, no, no. You want to also speak slowly and confidently. Sexy women do not rush. They know that their words matter. Sexy is also not explaining yourself. If it's a no, it's a no. There's no justification. Sexy is also finding your own unique look, your signature, way of being. It's a style. So you want to think about picking a style that makes you feel powerful. And sexiness is also about protecting your own energy, keeping away the gossip, the chaos, the low effort people. And sexiness allows you to move like you're valuable. You walk with intention. You enter rooms with presence. You act like someone who expects abundance. It is a responsibility, not a trend. This is a lifestyle. This is a forever thing. It's not a mood. It's not a only when I feel like it. No, it's how you carry yourself, even when no one is looking. So, what this does, though, is it does require us to set standards, to set boundaries, to have discipline, self-respect, and it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable growth. But I know you can do it because when you become sexy, there's no going back. There's no falling off the wagon. You stop accepting anything less than the extraordinary. Okay? So, yes, get sexy to get everything else. Not because sexy is shallow, but because sexy is alignment. It is clarity. It is magnetism. It is self-worth. And sexy is the woman with the glow, the peace, the purpose, the confidence, and the life to match. So if you want the guy, you want the body, the income, the treatment, the opportunities, the glow, the life, you have come to the right place. So don't you move. Don't you move because we are going to get in it and we are going to make you the sexiest version of yourself because becoming the sexy woman whose life looks exactly how she wants it to, she finally decides she's worthy of nothing less. So that's all I want to say for today. Get sexy to get everything else. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.